Annyeong, it's Mikey here, and guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video again. Now, this video, I'm redoing parts of it because at the time I had posted it. Unfortunately, there was just some miscommunication, and I am having to now post it now a little bit later. This is for the Awekeys' newest Metal Keycap set that they're doing, and it's actually going to be on Kickstarter. This is supposed to be a really cool Antique Viking keycap set, and some of you guys would have caught it the last time, and you can kind of see what I'm pointing at right over here. But let's get straight into the video. Let's do an unboxing, and please make sure to like and subscribe.
Now, starting off with the unboxing of the Awekeys Viking set. Now, thank you again to Awekeys. Thank you for sending me this out because I really wanted to try out some of the metal keycaps. Right, I got to try out ceramic ones, and this time I get to try out the metal ones. And this is their brand new series. It's called the Viking Antique set, and wow, what am I looking at? Like, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. I love the red accents. I actually think also these special accents as well, like the symbol is also really beautiful, like a copper and a silver, and then this like goldish color on the rest of the keys. You can hear that metal clacking right there. This thing is crazy and it looks amazing. It looks like a gold bar, but as you can see, it's an antique set, so you see like even in the little grains of it, like this, there's like a little bit of like a graininess to it, which is amazing. These things are heavy, by the way. Like I'm gonna show you guys just quickly with the foam how much the foam weighs. So the foam is like 6 grams only, and then on top of it you get this like 920 grams of the actual keycap set, so 922 grams. These things look amazing. I think that the red looks amazing. I wish they added more red accents, honestly. I would have loved to see that, but what I'm going to be doing for this video is, because it's a keycap set, we're going to do a full sound test with like regular keycaps versus this, also like with these metal keycaps on for 3 different keyboards, and one with actually foam taken out and with the foam. So let's get straight into the sound test and see what the difference is. now that we've done all the sound tests, let me give you a little more of a review of the Awekeys keycaps. Now, this keycap set, I have to admit, looks incredible. The amount of detail that went into these keycaps, I could tell was just mind-boggling to see like the amount of details that are going into it. Now, I think what they did with this is actually quite impressive. To think that something this heavy could be used really well with a keyboard without having it like not working properly definitely takes a lot of work, and honestly I think that's really impressive on its own. Now, as you can see, there is going to be some stem like the wobbling of the keys, so this is something that I felt was quite heavy in terms of the switch, like the keycaps on top of the switches. It just does have a little bit of that specific wobble that does happen. Now, that's like something that you really can't do much more about, as unfortunately just because of how the weightiness of the keycaps are, and like the way that it's built underneath. There's just a little bit of space there that there's like little cutouts where the stem will go in. So that is something to note. Now, this is quite heavy, right? Like with the metal keycaps, you're looking at my keyboard going up to 2.6 kilograms. And without it, I believe it was around 2.2. So it does make your keyboard a lot heavier. Some people will really like that. And one thing I noticed though is that if you have sweaty hands with it, you're not going to feel really comfortable with these keycaps if you have on every single keycap, like every single key. And that's just because the way that the metal is with your fingers, you will notice that you get like this metal feeling, like when you hold on to something metal with sweaty hands for too long, you get that weird feeling. So that's something to note. You will get that feeling, and your hands will smell like metal. So that's a bit of a minus in terms of my eyes, especially because I have sweaty hands in general. Now, if you don't and you don't mind that at all, that's perfect. So the thing that I was really impressed with is in terms of this is only 1.1 millimeters in thickness, right? So they actually did a really great job of making sure it's not too thick. And you can see there, right, where the stem goes in, there's those little cutouts. That's one of the bigger reasons why you're going to get that wobbling. Now, the spacebar too, it is heavy. The spacebar is on the heavy side, right? So your spacebar with your switch will slightly decrease. I think what would be amazing if Awekeys did when they are releasing this keycap set would be to actually have it with a heavier spring available, just so that anyone that has a keyboard with it can easily use it. I think that would be incredibly useful for a lot of people getting this specific keycap set. And as the spacebar, like really every other keys I felt was fine. In general though, I'm using the blue bubblegum switches, so they are on the heavier side for sure for springs, but the spacebar still felt like it was kind of slightly going down, like residing a little bit. So you're going to need some heavier springs for your spacebar specifically, especially with these keycap sets. Now, I do love the accents though, right? Like the red accents look beautiful. And I think you really, if you're going to get like looking at getting a keycap set from Awekeys, I think having it on the accents is just really nice, even just on the arrow keys as well. And like the other parts of the keycaps, or the keys, I think in general, they put a lot of work into it. You can see like the graininess inside the keys as well. And it's just, that's what the details that are going in. And of course, it actually made a lot of my keyboards thockier in terms of sound. Now, I do want to go over kind of what to look for and how to even look for this keycap set. So if you go on Awekeys website, you can open it up and actually go into pre-order now. So this is actually the VIP list. It's for $2. If you pay $2 first right now, what it does is grabs you a spot so you can get the super early bird price, which is going to be 40% off, which is really great because metal keycap sets are going to be expensive, guys. Like in Canadian, it was like 300 Canadian. So almost 50% off on it is like great and much more affordable than the 300 price, right? And you get all these different colorways, which is great. You also get the extra space bar, which is incredible. I really love the design of this. Honestly, I kind of wish I got like more of those design ones, like the wolf and such. That would have been really nice for the accents on my board for sure, but in red. I really wanted it in red because that red looks beautiful. It's like a ruby red that's amazing. And honestly, I think if you're going to be looking for a metal keycap set, this is going to be the best time to grab one, because if you get it on the Kickstarter, you're going to be saving a lot more money than when it does actually release, right? So you can go on the website, you can click on shop, go into the keycap sets as well, and then click on the join VIP club where you can do the VIP joining. Or if you don't want to join the VIP, you can actually just click on their link to their Kickstarter and click on notify me on launch. That way you're going to guarantee yourself at least getting the super early bird pricing instead of the much more expensive pricing later. So I would say if you're going to grab it, this is the best time to quickly, sign up just so you get that notification for those discounts and see what you can get. And of course, save some money at the same time. All in all, I believe that these keycaps do provide extra thock. So if I were to think back when I did the ceramic keycaps that also helped the thock, these metal keycaps, they were really well designed to make the thock. Just the thing about metal keycaps, again, is just that feel you're going to get on your hands over time, as well as the smell. One benefit of that, though, is that these keycaps will be much longer lasting because they're metal keycaps. So something breaking on these keycaps is probably more chance that you're actually going to break something on your Switch. That's probably what you're going to deal with. But I honestly think just the accents alone is going to be worth it. I think if you aren't interested in a full metal keycap set, really take a look for the accents. And if they have a set they're selling for accents only, I would grab that because it makes the board look so good. Makes it really, really good, and I love it. I think it's incredible to see that, and it also gives you an extra thock on your shift, your backspace, and your space bar. Remember this, the Kickstarter is going to be starting on March 11th, is what I was told. Of course, that date could change depending on, how Kickstarter is and how the business wants to do it. So keep that in mind, and really, I think you should go check it out, and I'll have the link also available in the description below.
Now let me know down below in the comments what your guys' thoughts are on the Awekeys keycap set. So this is their new Kickstarter that they're launching on March 11th. I'll have the link in the description where you can actually go check out to sign up for notifications and be able to check it out on launch. The thing is, I love how these accents are, the red. I kind of honestly wish that they did a little bit more red, and would have been really nice to see, on the backspace and some arrow keys even, but the red would have been incredibly beautiful to see. Now, it is heavy, right? You're talking about metal keycaps. I'm gonna be honest though, these were really well built, and I was quite surprised and impressed with the build quality of this. Specifically thinking that when using metal, right, you would think that it's gonna not work well on a keyboard. They really put in a lot of effort to make sure it works incredibly well with the board. Though I gotta admit, the the space bar is gonna be heavy. It is on the heavy side. You will notice that your space bar will be slightly downwards compared to say everything else. Now, you're gonna need a heavier spring. Hopefully, Awekeys can actually provide extra spring, something that would go well with switches that you can replace the spring in it. That would actually work well with the space bar. That is something that I think would be a really amazing idea if they had added it to this whole bundle when they sell this on Kickstarter. Now, this is what I mean by the red accented shift. So if you take a look right here, this thing is incredibly beautiful. I was actually so impressed of how beautiful it is and how well it was made. And as you guys saw in my video with the whole sizing of it and everything, they really did a great job with this one. And I know it's expensive though, right? The thing is, metal keycaps is expensive, so definitely I would say if you're looking at getting something that's more artistic for your board, and personally I think just having it on the accents is just an incredible add-on to your boards, of course, you should check out their Kickstarter because you're going to get a bigger discount during the Kickstarter than when it's actually on sale normally. And a normal metal keycap set from Awekeys is actually quite expensive. From what I saw in Canadian, it was 300 Canadian for a full set. So if you're going to grab one, grab it during the Kickstarter. Don't grab it afterwards because you're going to be paying a huge premium on this for sure. So make sure to check out the links below, and I'll have to catch you guys next time. So please go check out the other videos I got.